This ice cream made in the Creami will blow your mind because I'm not a huge fan of the Creami because I just don't use it that much. But when I do, you know it's going to be something special. And this here is a blueberry cheesecake high protein ice cream. And I can't tell you more. So let's just look at how to make this. And you'll see at the end how we get some amazing creamy ice cream without the use of packaged protein drinks like the ones from Fairlife, no pudding mixes. We'll be using some good quality whey protein, whole milk, and some other much more natural ingredients. So I'm going to be making all of this in a pitcher for my immersion blender, and it's just way more convenient. It's easier to scrape out everything at the end so you don't have a bunch of wasted base for your ice cream that you will end up throwing out. And I guess you can make a case that an immersion blender in some cases would aerate the ingredients way better than a traditional blender, resulting in a creamier and lighter texture when the Creami machine makes the actual ice cream. So start by adding in your milk in that pitcher along with your cottage cheese. The cottage cheese here actually I have blended already with my immersion blender, and it's just so much nicer when it's in a puree form than with all the curds. Then the cream cheese, then go ahead and add your blueberries. I am using frozen blueberries and not fresh. There could be some color differences if you use fresh versus frozen, because as you know, the frozen ones have some frost that when the fruit actually thaws out, it just makes everything nice, light, and pink. You may not get the same exact finish with fresh ones, but it's really your choice. And then add your protein powder and pick like a neutral type flavor, something that's not crazy like peanut butter Reese's cup, right? Get like vanilla or like a light strawberry type of version of protein powder. And finally add in some vanilla extract as well. Now I am also going to be adding in a pinch of salt, and the salt here just helps everything in this mixture to shine a bit more. Now there's the banana still left to add, but let's just start getting these ingredients moving and blended together first, because it is quite full up right now. We don't want to get this ice cream all over the ceiling. Now start slow and gently pulse the ingredients as you gradually have mixed most of it. And once it seems safer, or if you already added the banana because you're brave, then add the banana in and start processing that in as well. Everything should be cohesive and completely smooth. Now at this point, taste it, because I'm going to be adding some maple syrup and you may not want it, but think about what's going to happen to this once it's frozen, because once it's frozen these flavors do get a bit subdued, and that's why you may want things to be a bit sweeter so that they taste as sweet as you want it to be once you're having this as an ice cream. This now just gets poured into your Creami container. Make sure you don't go past that max fill line, although I have tried before, and you can go below it and you can still get some really good Creami. So that's a good tip to have if you don't want to make a whole pint of something. Now make sure that you cover that with a lid and you freeze it at a level spot for at least 24 hours. You need it to be completely frozen. Don't cheat the 24-hour minimum time, because then the final consistency will not be the same. So it's been about 24 hours now, and now we can actually start creamifying it. So go ahead and add in your pint cup into the insert for the Creami machine. Make sure you put the lid on and always turn the power on before you hit the ice cream button. I always seem to forget that.
You didn't turn it on.
So power on and ice cream. Now let that work, and once it's done, just take a look at how this final texture looks. Don't worry, this is not the final ice cream. This is just stage one. It's all nice and powdery, and all you need now to get to the final texture is a respin. And that respin button is actually very powerful because let's say for you, maybe your freezer is much colder than mine. Maybe you have a different setting. If you're not getting a smooth texture like we will see at the end, then you can just spam that respin button. And every time you spam that respin button, it will make it smoother. Like if you're not using dairy-based milk and you're using, let's say, almond milk or cashew milk, like my wife always does, that machine is like torturing me for like maybe like 20 minutes because it's respin, respin, respin. But at the end, the texture is very fluffy like a cloud, right? So don't be shy to use that feature. It's there to be used. And after that respin, as promised, this is the final texture that you see, and just take a look at what it actually translates to once you actually start scooping it, because it may not look super smooth right now, but maybe it does to you, because if you look closer, that is just waves and swirls and twirls full of tasty, soft, creamy ice cream. Now, you want to just scoop it up, as many scoops as you want, because this is a bit more guilt-free. There's still sugar and all that good stuff, but it's also better. So top it off with graham cracker crumbs, because it is supposed to be a cheesecake type of ice cream. And also, believe it or not, cream cheese chips. And to me, it just tastes like white chocolate chips, but hey, the package said cream cheese, so use your imagination. And I think the best part about this creamy is honestly how much it tastes like actual like cheesecake. Like, it may be hard to imagine, but once you taste it, you'll be like, ah, okay, I see. It does taste like cheesecake, you know? Perhaps it's the fact that it's so soft. There's that cheesiness that comes in from the cream cheese, the cottage cheese, the creaminess from the bananas. And it just works so well. And of course, just like with any creamy recipe, this is just one of the hundreds, if not thousands, of ways to make your favorite way to enjoy ice cream, which is in a way much, much better for you. Let me know what ideas you've had but you haven't tried yet, or just let me below which flavors are your favorite so I can just have it for myself. I'll see you all on the next one.